A lot of the audience sentiment from watching the Suicide Squad was, why are you giving this his own show?
Have you ever heard of a guy named Peacemaker?
No.
He is a trained killer. We've got trouble with that maniac.
What was that?
It's a grenade I tied to a Russian tank shell.
Why not just the grenade?
Grenade blows up like 2 people.
How many people does this blow up?
I don't know. I invented it this morning.
What?
Eat peace, mother.
Well, a lot of it was stuff that I talked about with John on set. It wasn't stuff that we see so much in the movie. We see a few moments of Peacemaker where he's feeling deep regret for whatever his terrible actions are in Suicide Squad. But John and I talked a lot about how his bravado was the way that he tried to connect to other people, how it didn't work, how he felt isolated, and even the characters who you think of as the much more awkward characters like Polka Dot Man are actually much more adept at fitting into group situations than Peacemaker is. He does not have any sense of that group acceptance that the other characters have. And that isolation and that aloneness for Christopher Smith during the whole movie was something that, again, we talked a lot about, but you don't see so much in the movie. And I thought that was great fodder for a longer form story. And I also think that he's a very current character in terms of his sort of far out belief system, and the relationship between him and Danielle Brooks's character, Leota, somebody who has a completely different belief system than him, that these two characters that are so different, and yet that's the central love story of the series to me. It's not that a romantic love story. It's not a sexual love story. It's real love. And as two human beings, and she sees beyond what he believes to who he really is, and sees that is sort of just this baggage that he's carrying around. And so I thought that he was more current than other characters because of that.
Hey, Dad. It's been kind of a rough go for me lately, Dad.
You don't say.
Somebody shot me and a building fell on me.
You let somebody shoot you?
It's not like I invited him to come shoot me, Dad.
Pathetic.
A lot of the audience sentiment from watching the Suicide Squad was, why are you giving this his own show? So I think I think a lot of people didn't understand it because the movie is an ensemble cast and it happens so fast and it's very well crafted. But there were moments there where you see Peacemaker isn't rotten to the core. And I think that makes for an interesting narrative. And I love hearing people who have watched the Suicide Squad like yourself and now have watched Peacemaker say he wasn't my most liked character in past tense. Meaning now that we see him on Peacemaker, for some reason you find yourself wanting to root for the guy. And I really chalk it up to the fact that we're all, if we're not rotten to the core, if we're not sociopaths or suffer from some other, just evil to the core type of mental block, that you want people to do better. You want them to be their best selves, especially when they show you that they can. And I think Peacemaker is kind of a journey and just wanting to see this guy have the bravery to climb those hills that he needs to climb.